So there are lots of great things about being in STEM. But to get through it with our confidence intact, we have to be gentle with ourselves, and we have to find support. You have to remind yourself you're not behind, you're on your own path. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to move yourself closer towards the direction that you want your life to go. Now, I'm not just here to tell you the very depressing fact that there is a crisis of confidence among even the most hardworking, passionate, creative people, especially among the most hardworking, brilliant, passionate people. For the rest of this, we're going to talk solutions. Now, some of these solutions will work for you, and it's up to you to figure out which. And believe me, if you keep trying, you will. A grad student I trained said, "The one thing we forget to be critical of is our own ability to assess ourselves. So be skeptical and test your own assumptions about your self-worth. Don't ignore or dismiss your positive traits and experiences. Don't compare your insides to other people's outsides. You know all the times you kept quiet and what was going on inside your brain, and you only hear other people talk when they have something to say. But you have no idea all the times and reasons that they kept quiet. And by the way, they have no idea all the times you're keeping quiet too. Think about the positives, the good things that came out of the ways in which you failed, or the things you've struggled with. For example, I did not get into grad school the first time I applied, and so much good has come out of that. Ask questions. Even if you're afraid that you're going to show the gaps in your knowledge, someone in the room may have a solution for you. And when the questions are directed at you, don't be afraid to say, "I don't know." And you can level it up by saying, as I was trained at the Humboldt orientation program, "I don't know, but I'll find out." If you know you want something, be persistent. If you identify someone who is doing something amazing, don't be afraid to reach out to them. I was really nervous before I walked up to Bill Nye on a dance floor and thanked him for everything he's done for us. And I got a hug and a selfie out of it with Bill Nye. And when you reach out to someone and they don't get back to you, don't assume you did something wrong by reaching out. Remind yourself that they're busy, you have lots of unread messages in your inbox as well, and politely reach back out. And follow the lead of my cat, Courage, the confidence cat, and work really hard to keep putting yourself out in new situations, even if your past experiences make that a struggle. Figure out what are the things that will help you feel good in the moments that are terrible. When you're struggling, that's not the time to try to figure out how to make yourself feel better. When you're having bad thoughts, that tends to just lead to more bad thoughts. So for example, I basically always carry around bubbles and a coloring book. And dancing to Uptown Funk in the bathroom totally got me through the several weeks right after I decided to leave grad school. And if you forgot to make a list for yourself and you're struggling, there's a really amazing handout that you can find online by searching "Everything is awful and I'm not okay." And it gives you suggestions of how to make yourself feel better when it feels like everything is awful and I'm not okay. I want to implore you that if there's something you don't like about your body and you want to change it, please do so in a way that is safe and sustainable. And don't assume that because you change your body, that you're going to feel good about yourself. Losing weight did not make me feel good about myself. So while you're working on changing your body, if you decide to work on changing your body, work on your body image too. And if there's something about yourself that you're always trying to hide or always trying to change, take a moment to ask yourself, how do I feel about this? Do I want to change? I had never thought about that until 2 days ago when I admitted this to someone and they asked me that. How do I feel about myself? Remind yourself over and over, and remind other people too. I'm imperfect, but I'm trying my best. The bad thoughts will come, the insecurities. Expect them. Don't assume that that is the moment to listen to those thoughts. Follow the principles of mindfulness and understand that there are some thoughts you do not need to follow. When those bad thoughts come, and they will, tell yourself, I'm imperfect, but I'm trying my best. And please, be open to changing your path to find happiness, even if you worked really, really hard to get where you are. I made this presentation based on direct quotes from grad students and postdocs. If it spoke to you, it's because what you're feeling is incredibly common. It is not a sign that you're not good enough. If you want to continue the conversation, please get in touch. And I want to leave you with one takeaway. The person sitting next to me also has no idea what they're doing. I should talk to them so we can figure it out together. Thank you. See, I wasn't scared that if I would forget something that it would be a problem, because that's just an example of how it's okay to fail.